Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Geminis. Gemini, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love and what this person is like and if this relationship is meant to last. Now, if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, my lovely Geminis, let's get started. All right, so your person, could be another Gemini or a Virgo here with the Magician card. And the Three of Pentacles, someone who's really, really compatible with you. They're viewing you as the Nine of Swords, so they may see you or they may meet you at a less than ideal time in your life, Gemini, when you're going through something that's quite stressful. Maybe you're experiencing insomnia. This can be a bit of anxiety and depression. It just could be going through just quite like a stressful time. And we see the connection, Hermit card, Virgo energy. So we'll see. Virgo energy is hardworking, it's practical, it's wise. So I do feel like there's potential for this connection to move forward, but we'll see. And we see the Fool card, Aries energy. This is somebody who's definitely going to, want to take a risk here with you, Gemini. I do feel like this is somebody brand new. There could be a little bit of an age difference here as well between the two of you. They might be a little bit younger, or maybe there's an age gap. With the Magician card, I feel like this person is somebody who's done a lot of healing, a lot of transmuting past energies. Someone who, somebody who's in quite a well-balanced and a good place in life. They have everything they need but love. I also feel like you're going to have a strong intellectual connection. And I know my Geminis need that. You need that witty banter. You need someone who's going to keep things exciting, especially on the mental level. No adults out there for my Geminis, right? All right, so let's see. This person is showing up as the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So somebody who's very generous and very down to earth. I feel like this person's really methodical. I think they're very grounded. They're very stable. And again, if they meet you at a time when things aren't maybe the best for you, this person's going to be your rock. They're going to be your anchor is what I'm getting. I'm also seeing that this person is, very connected to nature, animals. This is someone that's going to hold space for you, Gemini. I feel like they're going to have a really grounding effect for you. And we see the Knight of Cups energy in reverse. Okay, so, I'm not getting by any means that this person is a player or anything like that. This person may be a little bit dreamy, and there may be a little bit of a non-committal energy to this person, but I do feel like that's something that they're leaving behind or they're leaving in the past, because there's just something really special about you, Gemini. And we see the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this person's ready to build something solid, stable, and secure. But, they may hold back a little bit in the beginning, and maybe you're asking for that space because you're going through this Nine of Swords, a bit of a dark night of the soul, an awakening, or a really tough time. But this person's going to hold back and keep vigil, watch and wait. Like, this is someone who, I don't know, there's just something really special about you, Gemini, even if the circumstances aren't necessarily the best. I do feel with the Knight of Cups in reverse, some of you may feel like this person's a little bit too good to be true. We'll see if they are, but I actually think they're not too good to be true. I think they're just a really good person, and there's something special about this soul connection between the two of you. This person may have water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also see that they have Gemini in their chart, or they have this Gemini energy. So ruled by Mercury, they're the thinkers and communicators of the zodiac. They're also multifaceted. So your Gemini energy is going to really vibe with one another. This person may want a large family, or they may come from a large family. This is somebody who's independent, so they're single. But they have a strong sense of self and self-reliance. So they're definitely not going to be, You know, it's not going to feel oppressive or suffocating with this person. And we also see that they are very passionate. There's never a dull moment with this type of person who enjoys life fully. They could be an exciting lover. We see the Three of Pentacles. Some of you, work might bring you two together, or maybe you're in the same community. I'm also seeing with the Three of Pentacles, you and this person are going to be extremely compatible. All right, and we see Canadian, so there could be some sort of Canadian connection if this person is not Canadian. But remember, these really specific messages, Gemini, are not going to resonate with all of you, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not your reading. You know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But these messages will be confirmation for some of you. You would be shocked, so this person is going to surprise you in more ways than one, is what I'm getting. And we see this person loves to experiment. So yeah, it's interesting because I do feel like they're very grounded, and I feel like they're very stable and secure, and they may come off a bit serious, but they also have this Fool energy, right? This Fool and this Gemini energy where they're going to be fun and risk takers. So it's much more than meets the eye here with this person. All right, let's see what else we need to know about them. How else will my Geminis be able to identify this person? All right, so they can speak more than one language fluently. They may speak with an accent, all right, so from a different city, state, or country. They have been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past, and I do think that's why this person has been single, or maybe they're a self-proclaimed bachelor or bachelorette when they meet you, Gemini, just for self-preservation. And some of you, you know this person, you met them more than a year ago. Now, not all of you is this going to be a past person. This is an indication for me, Gemini, that this person may be a past life soulmate. You may experience deja vu with this person, or you just feel like, wow, I know this person. I've met this person before. We've done this before. So a really strong soul tie. So we do get that water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio coming through. Maybe a Gemini, Cancer cusper here. Spirit saying that this will lead to marriage. Okay, so there's potential for stability here. And we see that this person may be curvy, Gemini, or they're just going to love your curves. And there may be something here about work that really brings you two together. All right, so this person is viewing you as the Nine of Swords. Now, I was reading this as they might be meeting you when you're going through like a less than ideal phase in life. But I'm seeing that also for some of you, Gemini, they're going to lose sleep over you. Okay, so I don't know why I'm shuffling this deck, and I don't want my gems to take it the wrong way, because this is not the deck I'm supposed to use here, but we got this hot mess card coming out. So for some of my Geminis, they may see you as a hot mess, and don't take that personally. And if you're not a hot mess, just leave that message for someone else. But this is something that, despite what you're going through, they're going to, one, either feel like you're really endearing regardless, or two, this person's going to want to be there for you is kind of what I'm getting, okay? So let's see, how else are they viewing my Geminis? All right, so the Two of Swords. This person's going to be seeing you very clearly. They feel like you're somebody who's authentic and honest. They know that you're in the process of removing energy blocks, or maybe you've been holding back, but you're not going to hold back with them. And we see Temperance energy, yeah. So they may feel like things are a bit imbalanced. Sagittarius energy in its shadow, can be a little bit unpredictable or impatient. It can be tactless as well. You might meet this person and you might just not be into dating. You could even be slightly rude to this person when you first meet them. If you meet them at work and you're having a bad day, or let's say, on your way to work, you got a flat tire and you hit all the red lights and this and that. I feel like there could be something like that where you meet this person and you're kind of frenzied, or you're kind of like angry about something else. But again, this person's still going to be really struck by you, still really taken by you. All right. All right. So let's see. What does this person not like about my Geminis? So they may feel like you procrastinate. Don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. So again, this person isn't going to like that you necessarily make them wait. And we see demanding, that you set impossible standards for your partner to meet, be less demanding. Okay, again, you might you might have a lot of requirements here for this person or for a relationship or a partner. Again, I don't think this person's going to be necessarily turned off by that. I feel like it more has to do with the circumstances in which you meet or what's going on in your life at this time. But, you know, I also see with this demanding card, you set impossible standards for yourself, Gemini. So I also feel like this person's going to want you to be easier on yourself. You may take on too much. You might be overwhelmed because of that, and that could certainly lead to that Nine of Swords energy. All right, let's see what they really like about my Geminis, because there's so much to love about you. Yeah, they also see you as the hero or the heroine of the story. They see you have a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. All right, and they see you as somebody who's fair and just, that you have a desire to balance the scales of justice, that you're righteous on behalf of society, yourself, your friends, your family. Okay, so they just see you as a very good person. They see you as somebody who's extremely brave as well. So we see the Hermit card, Virgo energy, so practical, wise, hardworking. That's how this relationship, you know, that's why I think we get that energy of this could lead to marriage, because I think, you know, you're going to be able to go through the difficulties here with this person. And I feel like you're going to bounce ideas off of each other. You know, you're going to really listen to one another. I think you're going to put in the work with each other here. Okay, everything happens for a reason. So I do think there's going to be some sort of serendipity that brings you two together. We see integrity. Does this situation align with your values and your morals? You know, from where I'm standing, it does feel like, you know, it does feel like that's the case here, Gemini. And we see you and this person don't share the same vision. So you might feel like you and this person are very different. And that might be like where that integrity message comes through, right? Like, oh, we're so different. We want different things. But it feels like once you peel back some of those layers, you see that you're actually quite right for each other. And we see awakening. Now, this could be you, Gemini, someone undergoing a spiritual transformation. The Nine of Swords is my dark night of the soul. So if you feel like you've really been going through it and you're in the process of an up-leveling, you know, or a timeline shift here, you know, one, you're right, it's coming through here in this reading. And two, things are going to look very different for you very soon is what I'm getting. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. So soulmate, so Spirit's saying you have found your romantic counterpart. Yes, this is your soulmate. And stay in the energy of self-love, Gemini. Love yourself first. This person's going to love you for that. And I feel like this is what this person wants for you as well. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what else, if we get any important dates or times for my Geminis here. All right, so October. Okay, so you know, it could be, you know, Libra, Scorpio season, this person comes around, and we see in the near future, all right, which is not too far away. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light, my Geminis. Take care.